Hello everyone and welcome back. So we're actually stepping back in time before the walls went up, and that's because I want to build the roof structure and I think it'd be easier to do while I've got a flat base to work on. So what I've got is some treated 45 by 95 timbers. Now I need to work out what length I want them and what angle they need cutting. So I'm actually going to get one of the side walls put on, it laid on top of that, then it would be at the correct pitch. Then I can mark it and get both ends cut on the miter saw. Now it'd be nice to have it hanging over the front quite a long way, but because it's angled, the more it hangs over the higher it's going to be, and we're dealing with the permitted development rules, so I can't have that bigger overhang. If I wanted a longer overhang, I would have to have a lower roof, which I don't want. I'm going to get them all cut at one end, offer them up, and then I can mark the second end to see how long I want them. Now these just needed cutting at the same angle I did the end walls, so I could get that done and get them put back in place. Now you could run a tape measure from the bottom to the end of this to see what the height of the building would be. I did, and I'm well under. With the roof finish I should be about 9 centimeters under permitted development, so there should be no argument there. I used this garden chair to set up a very crude stop, and then I could get all the timbers cut to the same length. I get all the timbers laid out, and I'm going to make this into 2 frames like I did with the base. So in the centre there's going to be 2 bits together. I want the roof to overhang slightly at the end, so I'm going to have one timber right up to the edge of the building, then screw an off-cut on and then put a second length in. So you're going to get about 90mm overhang once the cladding's on. I've now got some 22 by 100 timber that I'm going to cut down, and that's going to go on the front and the back of these. So I'm going to get these all screwed together now, like I say, into 2 frames. Now the other way you could do it is just get them put on the roof and then screwed together, but I think it's going to be easier this way, but there is going to be a bit more lifting involved. So for the time being I'm just going to get these moved out the way, and then we can skip forward in time again. Right, now I need to get the roof up, but I don't want to damage my membrane, so I'm going to screw a bit of timber to the top of the wall so it's got something to slide along. So lining these up is pretty simple. You've got the overhang at the edges, but not taking that into consideration, the end timber should just line up with the end of the walls. So I get both frames put in position, and then they can just be lifted up. Well, I say just, it wasn't that simple. You can get them put up so they're just over the tipping point, then I could move inside and pull them into place. For the second one, I had some help, but it's pretty easy to do.
Right, I'm going to go in. Okay. Oh, that point on better. Catch you before.
The 2 frames now need attaching together, so I just get a clamp to pull them tight, and then I can drive some screws in, locking them together from either side. So I've gone around with the combination square and made sure the roof's all square and the overhang is the same all the way around. I've also whacked in a few screws just to lock it into place there. Now I'm going to really lock it into place using some of these joist hangers and twisted nails. This should really help tie the roof down, so no gusts of wind are going to rip it off and throw it into the neighbour's garden, which I'm sure they will appreciate. Hangers are a bit long for my needs, but with a mallet I can just bend them over, and I use a block of wood just to bash them into the corners, and then I can get some more nails in underneath to secure them. To sheathe the roof, I'm using some more OSB. So I can just get these sheets lifted up into place, and then I'm going to get them screwed down into the rafters. Along the front edge it's easy to do because I can see where I'm screwing down into. So I've used the track saw and the rail square quite a lot in this project, and it's super useful for making straight cuts, but I'm also using it just as a square. I can line it up on the edge of the OSB where the rafters go and then use that as a straight line to see where I need to put the screws in. I use as many full sheets as I can, and then I put some scraps around to fill in the holes. But I've not been cutting these on the ground, I've left them oversized, and then I can just use the track saw to go around and trim them to the final size. To make this waterproof, I'm going to use a rubber membrane. So first I need to sweep any debris off the roof and make sure no screws are protruding at all. It goes on with 2 different adhesives, and one needs to go 100mm from the outside, so I just need to mark this border all the way around. This stuff's pretty heavy. Now I've ordered this stuff the size I need for the roof, with a little to spare going all the way around, so the first job is to lay it all out and just leave it to rest for half an hour. When the roof is nicely relaxed, I wish I was, I can then roll it back from one side to the middle. I got this as a kit, so it comes with the adhesive, also the tray and the roller. So I can get this put into the tray, and then I'm going to roll it out onto the roof. Now the idea is you do this a bit at a time. I guess how much you feel comfortable with. I'm probably going about 50 centimeters, just basically what I can stretch to. So I get that done, and then the bit of rubber rolled over that piece and then pressed down. And then I just keep moving along until I get to the end. Now I'm not putting any adhesive on that 100mm border I drew, because I'm going to come back and do that in a bit. So with the first half done, I go back to the centre and repeat the whole thing for the other half, and then I can just use a broom to push out any air bubbles and get it all pushed down to the roof. Now to sort out that 100mm border. So I pull the membrane back on the front and the back, the 2 surfaces that are parallel to each other. Now I've got some contact adhesive. I get it spread out onto the OSB and to the rubber itself, and then leave it for about 20 minutes to go tacky. After I've had my cup of tea, I can then come and fold these over and use the roller provided to really push it down. Now with the front and the back done, I can then do exactly the same with the 2 sides. The kit also comes with all these trim pieces. The same for 3 sides, and then a gutter edge for the back, which just gets nailed on with the nails provided with some black heads. Now this stuff needs cutting to size, but a fine blade in the jigsaw just whizzes through it very quickly. This just attaches very simply with some nails. It comes with the nails and they have black caps on them so you don't see them. With all the trim on, I could use a sharp knife to run along the bottom of it and trim off any of the excess rubber membrane. Right, so now the last thing to do on the roof is put on these little capping pieces and the trim. So you've got these corner pieces where you can break out these bits. So for the front corners I need to break out 2 pieces, and for the back I need to break out 1 opposite on either end. And now I'm going to put them on with some glue. This is the kind of stuff you use to do plumbing with. The corner pieces just slip on and the glue holds them in place. But for all the joints, they clip on, but I've also got some glue. Now I did get this one straight in the end. So that's the roof all done. Next time I'm going to look at windows. So thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.